This morning, we are remembering the life and legacy of former President Jimmy Carter. Carter died yesterday at the age of 100. The Democrat from Georgia was the longest living former president in U.S. history. People from around the country and the globe are paying tribute. NBC's Chris Pallone reports.
People in Atlanta have been leaving flowers and notes outside the Carter Presidential Center, remembrances for the nation's longest living president who died Sunday at 100 years old. The tributes pouring in from around the world and across the nation. A moment of silence before the Washington Commanders game outside D.C. New York's Empire State Building lit up in red, white, and blue. The flag atop the White House lowered to half-staff.
This is a sad day.
President Biden, vacationing in St. Croix, remembered his longtime colleague and friend and reflected on his legacy.
Jimmy Carter lived a life measured not by words but by his deeds. He forged peace, advanced civil rights, human rights, promoted free and fair elections around the world.
My name is Jimmy Carter, and I'm running for president.
Biden, then a senator, was the first politician outside Georgia to endorse Jimmy Carter's bid for president in 1976. He's sometimes called America's greatest former president, a nod to his life of diplomacy and service after his one term in the White House.
I'd say peace and human rights and treating everybody the same has been what I hope will be my legacy.
President Biden said the thing that convinced him to endorse Jimmy Carter for president is the same quality that endeared him to generations of Americans over the last 50 years.
And what Jimmy Carter is an example of is just simple decency. Simple decency. And I think that's what the rest of the world looks to America for.
While pointing out their many differences, President-elect Trump said on social media Jimmy Carter did everything in his power to improve the lives of all Americans. For that, we all owe him a debt of gratitude. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
This morning, we're hearing from Governor Whitmer and Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist on the passing of Carter. They said President Carter was a good man, an exemplary American who set a powerful example for all of us over the course of his long life. After serving as the most powerful person on the planet, he dedicated decades of his life to helping those around the world who had the least. President Carter lived an impressive life driven by fundamental core values that so many of us share: faith, patriotism, and love. We're also hearing from U.S. Representative John Moolenaar on the passing of Carter. He said Jimmy Carter sought to humbly serve others each day. Together, the Carters demonstrated 77 years of enduring love and steadfast marriage to one another. The entire Carter family is in my prayers. Sheboygan County Habitat for Humanity is paying tribute to Carter. It'll put up a memorial framed wall. It's to acknowledge how Carter's efforts opened doors to brighter futures for thousands of Habitat homeowners through his work with Habitat for Humanity. The memorial wall will be displayed at the Sheboygan Habitat Restore. People are invited to sign their memorial with their names and personal messages. It's happening between January 8th and January 22nd during Restore hours. Coverage continues on the death of former President Carter after Up North Live News today. Starting at 7 o'clock, the Today Show will celebrate his life and legacy.